find that asshole. We're honestly just a group of guys that are not only family and friends. All right, welcome to the HnH Podcast. You got me and Colton here with you today.
Back to just us two.
Yeah, just us two today. We'll see what we can do next time, but you're stuck with us for today. I guess, before we get into things today, what have you been consuming this week, Colton?
Ah, you stole it. Shoot. Since we last talked, you know what? Aoudad hunts have been not eating. I haven't had any aoudad to eat, but I got caught up on the aoudad bug. I'm watching all these hunts on YouTube and whatnot. Don't know why, but I was looking into it because we were talking about ibex the other day. Ibex, oryx, all that. I'm like, well, it'd be fun looking to tag for one of those. See what they do, what they cost.
Heck yeah.
Then I looked at the price tag. I'm like, you know what? I want aoudad too. And aoudad's a whole lot cheaper than ibex. So anyway, I started researching units and whatnot, and so I don't think I'll put in this year, but because it's New Mexico, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of aoudad stuff. I don't think I listened to a podcast this week. It's been a slow week. It's been a music mood week at work.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I might get back in the podcast later on, but yeah, none of that. And then cooked up some elk burger tonight, put it in some hamburger helper, and quick, easy dinner.
That's what I'm talking about.
So pretty simple, straightforward. That's, I think, the only whole cooked meal I've had in a little second. Because we saw each other this weekend. We were all traveling, so other than breakfast with Grandpa. But
yeah, we just ate out the whole time.
Yeah. So nothing wrong with it. It's just, yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
So what have you been consuming?
Oh man, I had some elk steak yesterday for lunch. It was pretty dang good. It wasn't even mine. It was a guy I work with brought some. It's like, he smoked them, and he's like, you guys got to try these out. They were pretty dang good.
That's awesome. I got to get me a smoker here soon.
I got to get mine up and going again. No, but yeah, there's a lot of game I want to try smoking here in the near future. But no, and then I been listening to the Gritty podcast as always, and I watched one of their bear hunts today, actually, during my lunch break.
Is it a new one or is it an old one?
It's an older one.
Okay. They start kicking them out next week? Is that what he was saying?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's exciting.
And then I've watched a couple episodes from Skyneck hunting. Which actually, that's the shirt I have on is from those guys.
Yeah. Those guys are fun to watch.
Oh yeah. No, I love what they do. I like a lot of the stuff that they do.
Well, they're real for the most part,
Yeah.
They don't kill animals every time.
No.
So
which is
they should. Some of the animals they're passing up, I'm like, that's a perfectly nice big deer. Why are you letting him walk? Oh, he's not 180. He's 175. Okay.
But for them, I guess it pays off.
Oh yeah, they shoot monsters.
They shoot some big old deer and elk, and obviously elk.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good segue into what we were wanting to talk about today.
Yes, it is.
So, we've had plenty of stories that we've talked about and many more to come of the success hunts that we've had, the big bulls that we've been able to get, the really nice deer, uh, turkey hunts that we haven't talked about yet, but we've had quite a bit of success with turkey.
Yeah,
But with success comes a lot of failure in ways. I mean,
a lot of it. Yeah.
there's not a lot of hunts I would say were failures, but
No, no.
we weren't able to meet our goal of tagging out or whatever.
Yeah. Or we tag out on an animal we don't want to necessarily.
Yeah.
My, yeah, there's a lot of instances. Oh shoot, I got another one to write down. um,
No, I mean, honestly, to start that, I would say uh, deer hunt. My first year hunting our unit, when uh, I went up in my little Honda Accord, and you had spent the night there or went up early, I don't remember, in the Suburban. And first thing in the morning, I had one day to hunt was all.
well, that was our very first. That was my first time hunting too.
Yeah, yeah. I think my dad was the only one that had hunted that unit before.
Brittany.
Brittany as well.
They both. Your dad said, "I'm going to get you this muzzleloader tag, and then she'll get the second season tag, and by second season we'll know where the deer are at," which we kind of did. But
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah. I mean, I shot a buck that I have a lot of good memories about, but especially now is not one that I was super excited about.
Yeah.
Just a little 2x3 that was good for the fact that I was able to tag out on my one day I could hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to college and I drove down to the unit. It was almost 13 hours.
That's a long
then, yeah, and then drove back the next morning right after the hunt. So I drove down Friday night and went back up Sunday morning. But no, I mean, as we've come to learn, there's a lot of really good bucks in that unit.
There are.
I've got 2 of them hanging behind me right here.
Yeah.
And then we've got plenty more to show for. But
and some not to show for.
yeah.
But I mean, the one I'll segue a little bit, and then we'll come back to this because I made a lot of mistakes that first hunt as well that I'd like to talk about.
No, go for it.
But no, the one I missed this year, that I didn't miss, but I missed. He was monstrous. I mean, just one of those, you get the first look and it's just field goal post out there, and it's not even a should I shoot or what. It's like I better get shooting fast. But then I learned, and I got it fixed now. But it took me a couple of years to learn. I did the same thing last year. Is I have a dial scope, and for some reason in my head I feel like I have to sight it in 100 yards. And so, and normally it's 3 inches high at 100. That's what I was always taught growing up. 3 inches high at 100. It's proven. Everybody does it. So, well, not everybody, but everybody that's successful usually does it. So, but no, I had it sighted in 100, and I'm like, it's not going to drop that much at 300, And I missed good buck last year because of it. And I didn't learn, so I had to learn on this buck. Ended up hitting him way too low, and yeah, that's the last time I sighted it at 300 or at 100 yards. So this next one, my new scope came with a custom dial, a free custom dial, so I can just have the yardage on the dial. And I had him started at 300 yards. I'm like, I'm not going through this ever again. So, but the segue back into that first hunt that we did in our basin, it was Well, I had a lot of learning curves there because going up to that hunt, I've never killed a buck. That was my first buck. You
Yeah.
know? And yeah, deer was definitely my biggest learning curve. But we finally found the spot, found everything, a decent not decent, but a 2 point. Not a little forky. It was a 2 point. Came over the ridge. I don't remember if it was before you shot or after you shot.
It was after.
Gotcha. So it was after you shot. This buck comes running straight over the hill and down at us. Then he turns quarter and two, and I dropped him right there. Perfect shot, you know. And I was so excited. Well, when I walked up there, another hunter already beat me to him. And the guy ended up clipping him, took his front leg off at the knee, and the deer was just wobbling, I guess. That's what we decided. So that was kind of my first learning thing, I would say, in that hunt was I don't like hunting where a bunch of people are shooting at my deer already. That didn't change a lot, but I think that was the last time I hunted that basin.
Yeah.
And so I went on, and 5 minutes or half an hour later, ended up shooting my buck, a different buck, a lot better buck. And I used my last bolt on him. I didn't bring any more bullets with me. And I walked up to him, and the same dang thing happened. Another guy walked up to me and was like, dude, I think we hit this deer. I'm like, I know you didn't hit this deer. I know you didn't. I watched you shoot. He came walking over, running, walking. They came walking right through this gap at 75 yards, and I dumped him. Well, I shot him. And it was a pretty good shot. He was moving, so, I mean, I was excited. And so it was a little bit far back, but still right in the lungs. But when we walked up on the deer, he was still breathing. I'm like, oh, no. So I turned to the guy. I'm like, can I finish him with your rifle? Because I didn't have any more bullets. I sent Tracer for more bullets, but I just didn't. So to that guy, thank you for not causing a scene. And thank you for letting me use one of your bullets. So, but that was a big learning curve. That, I mean, since then I've bought a little bullet wallet. That's what they call them, and I keep it on my person. I don't take it off my person anymore because you always want to make the best shot, but it doesn't always happen that way.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. That year was something else. I mean, it's good. We both tagged out. We both were able to get some meat in our freezers, but it was a different year. I didn't want to hunt there again after that year.
No, not that spot.
No, which I mean, since then that's been where I've gone opening morning every year. But
yeah, and since then it hasn't been as crowded as that first year.
No,
that first year there were bullets flying every which way.
Oh my goodness, we were just off the lip of the top of the bowl. We were just into the bowl, and people were shooting over us.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
But I guess it makes sense because the buck that we were in there after, we saw the day before, he was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But, I don't know how he got that much attention in that short time.
Oh my goodness. No, it was ridiculous. I mean, again, since then we've had a lot of success in that bowl. The biggest buck any of us have ever got is out of that bowl.
Yep, and another monster was shot out of it as well. The very next year.
Yeah.
So we were just a little bit too slow on that one.
Yeah. And then that's where me and Hunter were opening morning this year, and we saw another really nice one. Probably a lot like the size of that top one up there. But just couldn't get onto him. He got the heck out of there.
Yeah, they know. They know.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, but so a lot of times I've come to realize, especially as we get progress in life, or be adult more, I guess.
yeah,
We have to start paying for things all on our own. We have to start being responsible. And sometimes hunts just don't happen either the way we want or at all.
nor at all.
So it was 2 years ago, or was that just last year?
Oh, shoot.
That was just last year. I
Nah,
guess
shoot.
I guess
It wasn't this last season.
21
Or
2021.
yeah.
I keep thinking it's 2022, but no, 2021,
Mm-hmm.
that year, we had purchased and we were able to draw Coos deer tags down in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been talking about it for the whole year pretty much. We've been planning for it the whole year pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, and it just didn't work out the way that we wanted it to at all.
No, but then, and I honestly, I think part of it was lack of planning.
Yeah.
I know we talked a little. I mean, we did talk, and we were looking at it, but I feel like we weren't prepared.
We had talked about it every day almost. We had planned some things out,
Mm-hmm.
like you'll be in charge of this day's food and so on and so forth. But we didn't have a plan of what we were doing. Like, we had no plan for when we got down there.
No.
No.
We had some spots on the map to just kind of throw darts at, but
Yeah.
no. And when all said and done, we made the right call.
Yeah.
So, we decided the night before that just wasn't going to work.
Yeah. And you were out packing your vehicle already.
Yep.
I had all my stuff packed up ready to go, but
It just doesn't work sometimes, and that's just part of life, and like you said, part of adulting.
yeah.
And I mean, picking that apart, there's a lot of stuff we could have done differently.
Oh, yeah.
That we're going to do next time, and that we started doing with deer hunts and whatnot.
Oh, 100%. If
and
we
with
would have
this-
been half as ready for it as we were for this last mule deer hunt,
Mhm.
we would have been pretty good.
Yeah, we would have. But no, and now it takes a point to draw that unit.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, with this new system in Arizona,
Mhm.
it's you buy that lifetime point, and then, or you do the hunter safety course and do that lifetime point. And that's what a lot of people did. So they just, all those 1 point units kind of got knocked down to, or no point units knocked down to 1 point units. But
Oh, okay.
But no, that's something that next time we're going to be ready for.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since now we have, I think when we called a couple times, in all reality,
Yeah.
to really discuss stuff, it wasn't that whatever. But no, that was definitely a learning curve there. And then I'm going to go on the plus side of that. We learned to trust each other in our choices there. So that was something that I think grew our friendship.
Yeah.
Was just the fact that you're like, dude, I don't think this is going to work out. I'm like, I want to shoot Coos deer so bad, but I think you're right.
Dude, all day, I had no clue what I was going to tell you, but all day I was just like, I really don't think we should go.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally just manned up enough, and I was like, I got to let them know where I'm standing on this. And
Yeah.
I didn't know how you'd feel on it or whatever. And no, when you told me you had felt very similar to me all day too, or dude, I can't tell you how relieved I was.
Yeah. No, it was, and we'll never know why.
Yeah,
But I really believe that was the Spirit talking to us, and you were able to just kind of get it out there. And then that was kind of like my wake up call of, yeah, you were feeling it too. So
yeah. No, and so for everyone to know, well, this is our hunting, outdoors, whatever podcast. But we are faithful members of our church. We are active members of our church. And we do have experiences that we believe are spiritual experiences. And so we're going to talk about those sometimes. Because honestly, a lot of our hunting, fishing, outdoor stuff we do involve that.
well, I think if it didn't, there'd be no reason to do it.
No.
Because I mean, it's the oldest thing in the book of the outdoors is God's country.
Oh, 100%.
And if you're not feeling His presence while you're out there in the silence and the crack of dawn, the sun's coming over, and you're not seeing a dang deer, you're watching that sunrise come up, and you're like, "This is a good day."
Oh, yeah.
You know that if you're not thinking that, you probably just got to hang it up and go on a high fence or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, that is a big part of who we are and what we do and how we live our lives around this hunting lifestyle.
Yeah. And
So,
I mean, to add to that, every time we've had success, when we've shot a bull or a cow or a buck, whatever, we say a prayer after because we are very grateful that we were blessed enough to get that animal. We love hunting for all the experiences, but we know that we are very blessed to be able to do what we do.
Yep, 100%. That's who we are. That's what we stand for.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that come last light, it's the last day of the hunt. You're just sitting there thinking, okay, just give me one opportunity, give me one opportunity, give me one thing. And then the sun sets and you don't see anything, or you don't get your opportunity or whatnot, and you're just like, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as an unanswered prayer, or the realization that you got an amazing hunt.
Yeah.
The success doesn't lie in the antlers. It doesn't lie in the meat. It relies in, or it's those are just big bonuses. But it's just all part of the experience.
Yeah.
So, and it's a big faith grower for me, especially this last year. We followed your intuition again, and went to church Sunday. We were out in middle of nowhere. Nearest town was half an hour, which wasn't bad. And we drove in our our flannels and jeans, and
dirty jeans and boots, and
the branch welcomes us in. And in fact, they were very, very welcoming.
Almost felt like celebrities when we went in. Everyone talked to us.
Yeah. But no, that wasn't just another big thing for me. Was I think a lot of the success we experienced in that hunt, both as just the story and the kills we had, were because we went to church, stayed for the whole time frame, and then didn't really. I mean, we didn't hunt at all that day.
No.
I don't think we packed the rifle in the car at all. We left them all at camp or in a different car.
I know I made sure Hunter left his. Because to be honest, that morning we scouted a little bit.
Yeah.
We didn't do much, but we did not take a gun with us.
Nope. And there's a dandy buck on
And there was a good buck that was 150 yards. I mean, he was bigger than the one I got and close to the size of the one Hunter ended up getting. And he was a good buck.
Yeah.
But you know what? We didn't even think, should we go get the gun? Should we do this? We just thought, man, I hope he's there tomorrow.
From the camp.
Yeah.
Wake up, look out on the hill, and there's elk.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out great, but one of those things that you see elk, you gotta go kill them.
Oh yeah.
They're not like deer. They're not going to be back the next day.
No. Definitely not. Definitely not in that unit either.
No, that was the biggest blessing, I think, was they were there again.
Yeah.
And thought that we've watched them get pushed around, but they're there again for some reason.
Yeah. And on the last day that you guys had planned on being there.
Yep.
We were able to tag out on all our deer, and Bronson was able to make it happen that next morning.
Yep, he was. But no, that was, that's the best part about hunting. It's just realizing God's hand in everything.
Yeah. And that's something that I've, come to learn more as I've gotten older and experienced life a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I've been very grateful that you've known as well, that you've lived by as well. Because, I mean, it makes the hunt way enjoyable for me, knowing that we're on the same page. And, I mean, it makes all these unsuccessful hunts successful.
Very, very much so. But let's go into some turkey hunts.
Oh, good laws.
It's getting about that time of year. I mean, it's like I was telling you earlier, we're supposed to get 13 inches here tonight of snow. This is going to hit the deer and elk so hard. They're already hurting, but it's going to hit them hard. But
yeah, no, it's coming here. The next few days are supposed to be snowy here.
dang, turkeys and deer and elk might not live.
Yeah.
I need some major tag cuts here in the next few years. That's all right. We'll find some place to go mess around.
Heck yeah.
But I'm just going to go into this turkey hunt. I did this one solo last year. But it's a spot that I know there's turkeys. It's the backside of some private land I used to hunt. And since then, I could probably still get access to it if I wanted to, but I just find so much more success and I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I feel better when I take it on public land,
Yeah. Have more pride in it almost.
Exactly. So it was midday. 1:00 in the afternoon. And I've always watched these videos of hunting public and everybody that, we kill more birds in the afternoon than we do morning or evening. Like, bull crap. You can't find a turkey in the afternoon. I've never found a turkey in the afternoon. So I went in there, knowing that there were birds in there. Went up, set up right on the property line. Too close to the property line. But on my way in, I was just chirping every once in a while. And I chirped once, probably 100 yards from the property line, and I heard this bird, and he hammered. And then he hammered again a little bit closer. I'm like, oh, crap, he's coming in. So I got right up to the fence. First mistake. got up right up to the fence. That was 15 yards from this fence. Set up back against the tree, and it was one of those just you know he's a big bird.
Oh yeah.
Strutting and spitting and drumming, and I heard him spitting and drumming from a little ways, and I just chirped one more time. Is all. Just let him know that, hey, I'm right here. Come get me. And he sat there strutting and drumming for probably 15 minutes, just right across the fence. Big old white-tipped bird, just one of those birds you dream of.
Oh yeah.
He was just there spitting and drumming right at the fence. So I was like, well, shoot. I'm just going to film this because this is cool. So I got my phone out of my pocket, and I hit record. About that time, his head kind of came up, and he just walked off. Those things are so smart, and they have such good eyesight.
Oh my goodness.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah, no, I didn't necessarily want to kill him. It was just fun watching him. And if he would have came across the fence, I would have. But, dang, that was fun. But that was one of those things that, I just snuck that phone out of my pocket, and I just put it on my hip. And I hit record, and I think I caught him poking his head up and just walking away. But those dang things.
Oh, heck. No, when you brought up turkey hunt, the first one that came to mind was a couple years ago. The last time I tagged out on a turkey, that nasty, ugly Tom. That morning, you had decided you were going to go at it with a bow, and I had the shotgun, and we had got set up where you had been seeing them roost there multiple nights,
mm-hmm.
and there was only a hen that was in there that morning. She came down, and when we were getting ready to think of pack up and head somewhere else, we heard a gobble from clear to crap across the field, hundreds of yards. Pull up the binos, and we can barely see two black dots heading our way. He kept chirping, and those two suckers just came right at us.
Yeah,
beelining it for us, gobbling the whole way. And when they got about 100 yards is when they slowed down and started just slowly coming in, and slowly making their way, gobbling multiple times. And actually, for anyone that watches this podcast, in our intro, it's those turkeys that are in that. It's those
mm-hmm.
two toms. My dad and Hunter were behind us a little ways, and they were filming it. But those suckers got to about 60 or 70 yards, and that's the closest they came. And I know you had pulled back, and the arrow had come off the rest when you had pulled back. So you were already full drawn, and they were looking right at us. Mm-hmm. But your arrow had come off, so you were just like, you just got to go for it.
Yeah, because we were trying to double up.
Yeah, and I was waiting for a sec to see if you could get your arrow back on, but they started moving, and I took a pop shot. And I wasn't thinking. I was aiming right at them. I should have went a little high for how far they were, and
mm-hmm.
I ended up hitting low. And they would have been two of the most beautiful toms anyone's ever seen.
Oh yeah, we pulled some good birds out of that spot. I don't let anybody shoot a bird in there unless it's big.
Yeah.
Anymore, because we have that spot kind of to ourselves.
Yeah.
Us and one guy that we share it with. But.
Yeah. And I replay that a lot in my head, but it's just part of what it is. I tagged out later that day. I'm pretty sure everyone tagged out that year, even my dad.
Yeah, I think everybody shot a bird. That was a good bird year. This last year was weird. The bird that Talon shot had probably the biggest spurs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But its beard was almost non-existent. They got beard rot bad in that area.
I know that one Hunter got was the same deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice bird, but beard was gone.
Yeah, they got beard rot bad this year for some reason. Or that's what I think it is. I know mature birds, and ones we shot were mature birds.
Yeah.
So they reacted like mature birds. But no, something that I think it was that same day, same whatever with that turkey hunt was you missed another bird that morning, didn't you?
Yeah, I
And
did.
I think we finally figured out what the issue was.
Yeah, I was shooting 3.5 inch just goose loads.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely wasn't doing what it should.
No.
Those turkeys just didn't hit them or barely got peppered.
That one was 30 yards or less. I mean,
Oh yeah,
there's no reason he gotten away.
did nothing to him.
But no, so we went to town, grabbed some shells, and shot one on the same flock the very next couple hours.
Yeah, just a couple hours later, same maybe 40 yards away.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a fun hunt.
It was.
Fun. I mean, most of the time when we kill turkeys, it's spot and stock, or we're running and gunning. Literally, you cannot run a turkey, but you can maybe catch up to it just a little bit to get a shot off if you needed to.
Yeah,
But no, that one we spot and stalked him, and that was awesome.
Heck, we spent 45 minutes crawling.
Mm-hmm.
Just slow as we possibly could, stopping every few feet, check in. Made it happen. But
yeah, we got a bird, but no, that was. So don't shoot goose shells out of your shotgun at turkey.
If you're turkey hunting, use turkey load.
And if you're hunting them with the bow, aim for the head or something. Body shots are just, I know it kills them, but they're just impossible to find if you don't hit them perfectly right.
No, and then this last year, I only had one day to hunt. I've got a lot of these only one day to hunt deals going on.
Yeah.
But only had one day, and it was, I think it was, no, it wasn't the last day. But it was my last day.
Mm-hmm.
And heck, we went out to a spot the night before, and we're checking around, and we saw turkeys everywhere on the private.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we watched 100+ turkeys that day.
Yeah,
down in this meadow, watching all these toms herd these hens around and just strut their stuff. Oh, it was so cool. But the next morning, couldn't make it happen on the ones that we had roosted. They went the other way. So we went and tried a different spot just up the road from there. Not even, just a few hundred yards away. And couldn't make anything happen there. Saw a bunch more on the private again and watched them, watched a bunch of elk. So we were headed back towards where we were that first thing that morning and had that tom gobbling.
Mm-hmm.
And he started chirping at him and he started coming at us. He was heading right for us. And not little did we know, we knew those guys were there. Because that morning where we were, they came and set up like 20 yards from us.
Yeah, they crawled in on us with a strutter decoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they set up 20 yards from us, not even.
They saw us. We made sure they saw us, and they just set up right next to us. I mean, almost the same distance that me and Hunter were from each other.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was absolutely ridiculous. And no, we were calling that Tom in, and he went right to them, and
they
went right past him, and they got him.
I don't think I think they missed him, but either way, they shot at him, and
he was out of there.
Over.
Oh, it was frustrating.
Yeah, that spot. You know what? I had that spot all alone the first time I went to it. I know there are people hunt it, but I had it all alone the first couple times. And then I told a buddy about it. And yeah, that was the end of that. But
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's only one time I've been in there that there wasn't a bunch of other people in there.
no, they're fun birds to play with. That's where I doubled up with Cambry a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So opening day, and yeah, that was fun. But yeah, that was frustrating. At least that hasn't happened on an elk yet.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, it did happen on you this year, didn't
It
it?
did. It did.
Oh no.
I had a bull going nuts. And he was good 100 yards, 200 yards from me. I was in thick trees. I had my rifle, but I mean, he was thick. I could maybe see 30 yards. And he bugled. So I was like, man, I'll just throw out a little wimpy bugle at him. All of a sudden, like 20 seconds later, dude, he bugled again, but he had cut the distance in half. So I was like, that's not a person. This stuff's way too thick. That is not a person.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started cow calling a little bit and little wimpy bugles. And he was coming right at me. And from the sound of it, you know, this is me guessing, he was probably like 70-ish yards from me, just by the sound of it. And I've been closer than that to bulls bugling, and so I know he was getting there.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, boom! And then I could hear some dude. I mean, he was close enough. I could hear him. He wasn't yelling super loud, but was yelling, "I got him! Yeah, I got him!" I was just like, oh, called him right to him.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but I mean, it happens.
It is. It's public land.
So you'd
No.
love to be the guy that gets one called right past you, but that's never happened to me.
Yeah. No, and I don't expect it to happen to me.
Yeah, no.
But, you know, good day for him. Not as good day for me. But
Yeah.
that's all right.
Yeah, it is, but
You know, we as I said earlier, we've got a lot of success stories that we are going to be sharing. We've got a lot of good hunts that we've done with each other, without each other, with friends and family, you know. I mean, our whole life we've been hunting.
Yeah.
And having some unsuccess is part of it and makes you really appreciate the times that you are successful.
Which really aren't as many as the times you are successful.
Yeah.
Especially the way you and I choose to do it.
Oh, yeah.
We get one of these sticking strings with us, and I don't know why, but but the amount of times, the amount of little lessons you learn. My antelope hunt this year, I learned a lot of little lessons, but the biggest one I took from, it was from Gritty, was you get to your effective range and you stop. And I had this really nice buck, better than the one I shot by far. He would have been poking young all day, and his perfect stock. There's a draw that I could walk within 30 yards of him, and I just peek over the draw, and he'll be right there, you know. So I peeked over the draw, and there was his horns just sitting there. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Well, I made a mistake of pushing a little bit closer. And he caught me and stood up, and he was gone. A gorgeous buck. But I made a lot of successful stocks that time as well, because I got within that range. The last day that Grandpa Hall was there hunting with me, it was, I don't know if I've told the story or not on here, but another great stock, couple hours. Got within, well, I thought he was 63 or 53. But when he stood up finally, I didn't rearrange him because I saw him moving around and his buddy stood up. So I'm like, okay, here comes. And I drew back, and about the time I drew back, he stood up. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Relax, settle my pin, let her fly. He was 73 or 63. So he went right underneath his belly. And I was expecting to jump it a little bit. He saw me a little bit, so I was aiming right for the pocket. Yeah, I went right underneath him. So. But that was shooter error. I ranged wrong for that one. But all these lessons led to the success that I had. I ended up getting 70 yards from the antelope I shot this year, and made a good shot on him. He died about as fast as they can with a bow. So it really was nice to have that success after so many failures. I don't think I would have had that success. And I've had 4 or 5 archery antelope tags. That's my first one filling it. So I've had all those years of not having great success to finally being able to pull off a little guy, but he was an antelope.
Heck yeah.
But it led to that success, and just little things. I'm hoping to transfer that to archery mule deer this year.
Yeah.
I'll be excited to try that. That's something I've always had to decide on in Colorado and in Wyoming. I got to do both. So I'm excited to do that and kind of hold out for a good buck and get some archery stocks in this year.
Heck yeah. No, that's just something that relays over to life as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with everything that we do in life, work, home, financial, all sorts of stuff we do, we have a lot of failures that we learn from that make us successful. I mean, any successful person in life will tell you they've had a lot of failures,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things that they did wrong to make it to where they're now doing everything right. And so, I mean, that's just how it is for us, for life, for this hunting adventure and dream that we have. We've had a lot of failures.
And we'll have a lot more.
Oh, yeah, a lot more to come. But it's led to a lot of success,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's in something we can show for or something that we remember. No, and that's honestly, that's what's led us here today. We're doing this podcast because you know what, we've had a lot of success in life, and we just want to continue doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We want to continue to get better each day in anything we can, and I feel like improving this friendship, relationship, brotherhood that we've got, all of us, even the ones that aren't here today, is a big part of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's and it's not our first time trying this a little bit, you know.
Oh, heck no.
A couple years back, we tried pushing this through, and it just didn't work for us. And schedules didn't line up and everything. And this summer, it was this summer when it started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You kind of shot me a text and like, dude, we should try pushing this. I'm like, say no more. Let's do it. And we came up with the idea for the podcast, and talk about failures. We've had at least 3 of our now 7 podcasts that we've had to redo, take down, edit again, or redo again. I mean, we have to redo one of our favorites.
Yeah.
Because of some technical difficulties. And it's just all part of this learning process. Same thing with our videos.
Oh, yeah.
I've been editing all those, and I mean, you can see. You guys are the first couple aren't great. quality, and this last one wasn't great quality either. But
But it
I
was
make improvements for it, you know.
every one I feel like has gotten better and better.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, honestly, there will probably be a lot that aren't great, but the day's going to come when it's where we want it to be.
Exactly, and that's what I shoot for. Is I keep on telling my wife every time after I'm done editing, I'm like, that could be so much better. There's this and this and this that I could have done to make it just a little bit better. And she's like, yeah, but you didn't. That's what you made, and it looks great.
Yeah.
And with that perspective, you're like, you know what? It does look pretty good. It's not high quality. It's not. I mean, I don't have any filming or editing background, but yet it comes together.
Yeah.
And we're just learning. We're learning together. So
Heck yeah. And you know what? All of it's just going to get better.
mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, our podcasts, in the few that we've done, I feel like they just get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
We're not perfect at this. Far from. Good heck, we're far from. I don't have the podcast voice or whatever. I'm probably not very entertaining to listen to, but you know what? It's better than our first few that we did. And the ones in a couple months are going to be better than today's.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully we can get into more strategy stuff and whatnot, and more, less stories, but more just pushing through and talking strategy and how we were successful in this hunt and whatnot. But but yeah. That's right. We can edit it out. You there?
He calls me again. I'm like, yeah.
Is that your dad again?
Yeah.
All right.
He needs to take a hint when I hang up on him 3 times.
Yeah. 52. I'm just going to put it at 52.
No, perfect.
So that's the cool thing is I figured
goodness.
out how to edit this stuff out.
Yeah.
But, okay, where were we?
Shit, dude, I don't even know.
That's all right.
That bastard. I texted him before. I text him every time now. Don't call me.
Nah, he has short-term memory loss.
Oh, shit.
All right. And go. So anyway,
technical difficulty, phone calls, yeah. Anyways,
we haven't figured out how to get around that yet.
yeah,
but
most of the time it doesn't affect me. I mean, I've gotten calls during these before, but for some reason this one did. It kicked me out, and
yeah, no, that's all good.
no,
again,
but,
stuff that we're learning.
Yeah. That's what this whole episode's about. We're constantly learning with everything.
Yes. I would want to just throw it out there. We have been receiving comments on our pages and everything, YouTube. And I just want to say thank you guys. It's been awesome. For those of you that have listened through, we really appreciate you guys. I mean, I see 1 or 2 comments a week, and I'm like, that's a lot better than usual.
Yeah.
So, or not usual, but a lot better than we started.
Yeah.
And then back when I started making shed videos, it was, we had, I think I was shooting for 100 views was our best views for a while. And then this last elk video that we made with Talon is up to 450, 460, somewhere in there.
Heck yeah.
So we really appreciate you guys. It's growing a bunch, and we appreciate it. So
no, we really do. I mean, we would try to do all that we could without the support from people, but when we are able to get support and comments and everything that we have so far, it just makes it so much better. It
Yes.
makes us be able to enjoy what we're doing and to want to do it more.
Mm-hmm.
And just makes us super grateful for everyone that's taken the time to go and watch a video or listen to us talk for 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, this is helping us do what we've our whole lives dreamed of doing.
Yep. And I just want to throw this out here. We were talking about a goal that we're shooting for, and I don't know if you want to share it here or not, but I thought that'd be a good time to share it.
Yeah, we missed the Hunt Expo this year, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Planning on being there next year. Fingers crossed, life works out, you know. But I mean, we're gonna need the help that we can.
Help and just a streak of luck, but
Yeah, but 10 years from now, we want to have a booth there. We want to be there, being able to talk with everyone that wants to meet us. We want to be able to meet anyone that we can. We have a lot of people that we admire and love that are there that we want to see.
mm-hmm.
And, you know, we just want this to become what we've dreamed of it being.
And it's like I said, it's not a huge leap and bound, but 100 to 500.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm shooting high ball, but 100 to 500, that's a big jump for us.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it can, I'm not going to say it can, but the way we're working it, we want to push it up higher.
Yeah.
And get 1,000 or 5,000 or, I mean, if we hit 1,000, I'd be ecstatic. Let's be honest. But no, that's what we're shooting for is, and we got some things in the works that we're thinking about trying to expand on it, get our foot in different doors. Just, I mean, we're realists, so
Yeah.
we know that this taking off by itself isn't necessarily going to take us all the way.
Yeah.
So we are thinking of more stuff, and would love you guys to tag along. So
Heck yeah. And we're able to get merchandise right now. So anyone who wants to rep the HnH brand, let us know. Hit us up. We'll make it happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending out a hat this week. And, I've had other people reach out about other stuff that they want. And we're going to be getting shirts up soon.
Yeah.
I mean, we want people to be able to be a part of this with us.
That rocked my world to see someone else wearing one of our hats or shirts,
Heck yeah.
But they are going to be sweet shirts. We're trying something. I don't know if it's new, but we were just talking about this today as well. We're going to try to get just our family to design them. We have some amazing artists in our family. Yours
yeah.
especially. I mean, Jaylee's very talented. My sister's very talented. And most of your family's got the gift.
Yeah. It skipped me, but everyone else does pretty dang good.
So that's our goal, is to have all our stuff be made by our families, and designed there. So
Heck yeah.
So that's a little background on all the stuff we're kicking out. I mean, these patches we designed. Hunter drew them up one night. We were just sitting down, drawing up logos. Hunter drew something up a lot like this, and we transferred it to a couple different programs. And long story short, this is what we came up with. It's this patch right here. Ooh.
Heck yeah.
And we got more patches, so we can custom order. If you just want to send your hat, to us. Let us know, and we'll put a patch on it.
Heck yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what we're doing now. You just bought a bunch of hats to throw stuff on.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how those turn out. But
No, they're going to be pretty good. But yeah, let us know. And again, we appreciate all the comments that we get. Let us know what we can improve on. Let us know what you like.
This whole episode's, it's been all over the place, but it's kind of been about our failures. So let us know where we failed. We or not necessarily failed, but where we lost you, where we got boring. I got a comment the other day. I just couldn't listen to you. You were just too boring. I'm like, well, I guess I can't change that. but it's something to think about and be like, okay, how can we pick it up? It kind of put a cold in my shorts. I'm like, okay, well, let's try to start different. That's where that was the same time period that we decided to start the consuming question. So let us know. We're welcome. We welcome criticism and comments, good comments, bad comments. We welcome them.
Yeah. No, 100%. We want to make stuff that is entertaining to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so tell us how we can do that.
So, yeah, and as always, go and hit up our sponsors.
Yeah, Skyline Camo.
Skyline Camo. I'm excited for I've got some insights on what they're doing now, and I'm excited.
Heck yeah.
So it'll be fun.
No, it's going to be really good. No, and then hit up the single one of our group.
As always, he's single and ready to mingle.
He is. If you wait
he's
too long,
out playing basketball right
be...
now. So if any of your gals like being active, he's out playing basketball right now.
Heck yeah.
He's always missing these podcasts or something, but it's something that he's self-improving. So
oh yeah,
lifting or basketball or so.
Yeah. No, but again, we appreciate everything everyone does for us. We look forward to being able to get on here again soon with everyone. And hopefully our whole group will be with us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what life brings come next time. But
yep, life is crazy. And we just roll with the punches. So we got it easy. We got some tough jobs, but we got it easy in that retrospect.
Yeah.
We work 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or whatever it is, and then come back home, and we can come back home.
Yeah. Then we're just here.
So we got blessed that way and having that kind of lifestyle. But
heck yeah. Well, right on.
Right on. See, I can't sell that as well as you can. That's why you got to start the podcast. It's just something consistent and it's a good start.
Heck yeah. No, but yeah, we'll look forward to seeing everyone again next time.
Yep. See y'all soon.
Perfect.
Bye.